Hey, Mark Levine had some interesting comments the other day that I'm going to show you right after this break. And then let's just talk kind of generally. Let's do that. Let's do it together. Come on. Me and you and Teddy. Why not? You got nothing else going. Look at you. Sitting around. I'm just kidding. I am too. Cut it, Teddy. I mean, hit it, Teddy. Play them.
The reason this president will go down in history for 1,000 years, the reason the prime minister of Israel will go down in history for 1,000 years is because they saw the danger and they stood up to the danger and they're fighting the danger. And Donald Trump will go down in our history as one of the greatest presidents ever, because of what he is doing today, as well as other things that he's done, but certainly because of what he's doing today in dealing with this grave threat in Iran.
On one level, like probably on the most surface level, you just look at that and you go, wow, what world are you fucking living in? You know?
Hey, listen, if you chuckled one time during this video, then you have to hit subscribe. That was the deal. See, that's me pulling Trump, and that's me changing the details of this relationship on the fly to help us out. Please hit subscribe. We're at 45 fucking subscribers. Okay, can we just get a couple more? One? Por favor. Okay, so I just had Teddy play the Mark Levine clip for you guys. I don't know if you saw that, and then Dave Smith reacting to it just briefly. I watched some of that episode of him. I don't know how you feel about Dave Smith. I like him overall. I disagree with him pretty strongly on several points, but that's not important. I think he's interesting though, and he's a good communicator. And anyway, I totally agree with him. I think Mark Levine is. I don't think he's on drugs. I don't think that, because he doesn't seem that fun. I'd say he's definitely not a person that I would want to get a coffee with or hang out with. Come on, dude, Mark Levine, please. He's half embarrassing and half annoying, I feel. Maybe I am too. I don't know. Anyway, there's no way that Trump is going to be remembered in a good light after all of this stuff. It's crazy. I kind of actually want to see him run in 2028. Okay, first of all, we're just chatting here, okay? I would actually like to see, if he goes again in 2028, let's get Barack Obama back. Could we do that? Could we do that? I mean, and I think he would get smoked if everything was on the up and up, everything was above board, legit, the election, gets smoked, dude. But the problem is that Trump hasn't been doing things to support and help the American people. And the best presidents do that. That's what you have to do to be a great president and to be remembered as one, is you have to help the American people. And he doesn't do that. He helps himself. And I find it repulsive. And I feel that this photograph right here, posted by Aaron, I'm not sure, Aaron something, I can't remember his name right now, on X, that's crazy, dude. That neck looks like it could play music. Honestly, it looks like you could ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Okay, you get it. Anyway, that's a horrifying look. I wouldn't leave the house if I looked like that. Oh, I would cover it. Turtlenecks all day, every day. Turtlenecks. I would. You might have to get like sleeveless turtlenecks for the summer, that sort of thing. But I think this is a really good reason why men shouldn't eat too much fast food, because you don't want to end up like that. I don't want to end up like that. I do want to say, I talk a lot of smack about Trump, but I want to tell you that I want him to do well. I want him to improve the lives of Americans, and I just want him to turn this thing around, man. It seems to me that his decisions are like, they're based on trying to piss people off. It's like he wants to piss people off. And that's tragic, dude. it's tragic. I feel that someone in that powerful a position, the decisions that they make truly impact tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of lives. And to be impacting people in a negative way, it's horrible, man. That's a horrible, horrible thing. And I think for that reason, he's a bad person. And I think that if you still support Trump, I understand you got tricked in the election. I get it. He was saying a bunch of shit that seemed like he was gonna. I didn't think he was gonna start a war with Iran. I mean, I didn't, because he's saying all the time, no more wars, no more wars, and then he does, and it's like, dude, can you imagine what $100 billion can do? Like, you think about that Dallas Cowboys football stadium, the big old one. I know it's not that new anymore, but it's still a pretty new stadium, whatever. I believe that it was built for about $2 billion. So if you could just imagine I can't really, but we could try to imagine the facilities that they could build for homeless people, for veterans, for single mothers, the apartment complexes that I do feel certain that they could build for people and support them in their homes. I do. I think that they should be expanding medical coverage and expanding food assistance programs, and other benefits. But instead, they're stripping all of those important things away and then spending tens of billions of dollars to attack Iran. America can't win in Iran. Why? Because there is nothing to win. There is nothing to win. Even if what? They stop them from building a nuclear weapon? What? For how long? You know? What? And even if they had one, that's not going to affect your life. It just isn't. They're not shooting that thing over to America. You know, Pakistan has nuclear weapons. There's plenty of people. I believe about 9 countries that have nuclear weapons right now. I think probably in 10 years that might be doubled. That's just a guess. Anyway, yeah, he's just scandalous, dude. Trump is scandalous. I don't know if you saw the recent deal with Saudi Arabia. He was offering them American nuclear technology for their civilians or whatever. And then they agree to it, and then afterwards he comes back and says, "Oh no, actually, you have to sign the Abraham Accords to get a part of this." It's like he's scandalous and shady. No one should trust his word or his agreements. You know, there's several stories in that book, Regime Change, where Trump agrees to something, and then he just changes his mind, and after the agreement has been made, he asks for more money, or he just totally flops out of it. And truly unstable is how he comes across to me. And my dad still supports him, man. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. I would like to, but I don't want to drag this on. What do I want to say here? Look, here's the other thing really quick. They're sending these people out, including Trump, but they sent this dude out on the weekend shows. I'll put a picture of him right here. I can't remember his name. He's like a big square-headed guy. And he's like a UN representative or something. And they just lie. They just blame Biden. They blame Biden for stuff. And you know, one crazy thing to blame Biden for is like some sort of like weakened or diminished military during Biden's term. Dude, I believe he spent almost $1 trillion every year. You know? And here's the other thing that I actually looked up today. The factories, you know, because Trump's always claiming, oh yeah, we're making more factories than we ever have. You know, he claims that there's some massive boom in factory production. And that actually should be credited to Biden because, okay, in 2021, I believe that they were spending about $70 billion on factories, and Biden really increased that number. And then I believe his last full year, 2024, I'll put it up right here. I can't remember exactly, but in 2024, they spent about $225 billion on factories. And it really was producing and making more factories and helping that field or whatever. And now Trump is taking credit for that. But the truth is that since Trump took over, it's actually declined a little bit. They still are producing quite a bit. I believe that there's still over 200 billion annual spending on those sorts of things. But anyway, that's just another thing that Trump, you know, it's all phony bullshit, man. It's all phony bullshit. Anyway, listen, have a beautiful day. I'm going to record another video right after this because I have a couple other things I want to talk about. But have a great day. If you want to support us, hit subscribe. Teddy and I will be here. We want to make a better channel for you. That's what we want to do better. And so hit subscribe. See you later.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.